I'd recommend go and watch more of him if you haven't. Harris says, why is Trent not playing in midfield, in your opinion? I think Klopp defo going to test them in pre-season. Okay, here's my answer to your question, right? First and foremost, I think he found a stylistic weapon at putting someone with Trent's ability at right back, especially an inverted right back. And Trent's played different types of right backs. There's times where he's been, that sort of inverted, and then there's times where he's been more defensive, but just not good at it. Klopp found a masterpiece in Trent, because Trent was huge to us winning the league title as well. I have to make it clear. Him in that position was massive. So the reason why he's not doing it is because he's probably trying to build and fix the rest of the team before he worries about changing anything about Trent. Because defensively, Trent's been bad, but the team's been bad defensively. You can't just put it on Trent. Trent wouldn't be in the one-on-one scenarios if the team hadn't been as collectively bad. Now, let me go on to the next point, that we only have a certain amount of funds to spend. And if we need to buy... So for the past 3 windows, we've needed a big player in these positions. Attacker, midfield, and defence, right? So this season, it's midfield. Last season, it was the attacking situation. And then the season before, it was the defence, right? So... you think about all these factors and variables where we've had these issues, the attacking issues and whatnot. Fullback isn't a main priority. So if you're on a limited budget and this isn't a main priority, quite clearly because we bought Calvin Ramsey and we didn't loan out Calvin Ramsey, therefore the intention was Calvin Ramsey comes from Aberdeen, who finished 11th in the season, 10th in SPFL. In the season that he joins us, and he was the backup right back. I think it was ninth place finished team. There's 12 teams in the Scottish League. A 9th place finished team in Aberdeen. Their starting right back joined us and became our backup. So I only raised that question because the reason why I don't see us starting Trent in midfield is because that means Conor Bradley would need to start week in, week out. And if it's not Conor Bradley, it's a new right back we'd have to buy. And I don't think there's anyone of quality that we would not have to spend more than 20 to 30 million on. If you want to use Pavard, for instance, he was like 25 to 35 million. So we need to get that player who is not only of quality, but also of value because we work within a budget. And I think that's why Klopp won't play Trent in midfield, because it's not a main priority right now. And I would agree with that sentiment. Trent, Gomez and Bradley are the right back options. Exactly. These are the options going into the season. We're not buying a new one, because if you get Trent into midfield, then you're relying on Bradley or Gomez being your starting right back. And I get it. Trent has been bad defensively. I don't think people quite understand how he starts pretty much most of our attacks. And maybe you do understand it and don't resonate with it, but you would not be saying, let's put Trent in this midfield and let's let one of these two guys be the right back that replaces him. Conor Bradley could. Joe Gomez could never, because Joe Gomez isn't stylistically like Trent. Conor Bradley could, but that's a big could. There's one thing doing it for Bolton and getting them promoted. Congratulations, by the way. And I am excited for Conor Bradley. I think he can be a top player. But to make him your starting right back, which is what he would have to be if Trent was to not start, then that's something I couldn't quite get on board with right now. So yeah, that was the best way I could answer that question. I'm sick of Gomez. He's terrible. Chat, out of 10, how would you rate Joe Gomez's time at Liverpool? Because I'm made up. He's won everything with us, but since that league winning season, it's just never been good for the kid. It's just never been good for the kid. He gets so much shit, scrutiny, and he does play bad. I can't believe this was the player who I thought could be the next Rio Ferdinand. I thought Jordan Ibe was going to be the next Raheem Sterling, and I also thought Joe Gomez was going to be the next Rio Ferdinand. It was bad. It was really, really bad, chat. I had poor knowledge when I was younger. I was like, yous. 2 out of 10? Nah, 2 out of 10's harsh. 4, 3, 6. I think 6 is more sensible. I think Charlie's on the lines of me. 7 then slid into a 3. I think that's also a very accurate assessment. I'm not going to lie to you. If you want to do it in periods, then fair. Why are we talking like we can't just play 3 at the back? We do this anyway. People say, let's play 3 at the back. We change to a 3 at the back, a lot of the time during the game. Chat, do you notice it, or am I just chatting baloney? Do we never change to a 3 at the back throughout the game? Don't we do that quite often? Where you see Fabinho drop back, or Kanate will push over, and then Robertson will become the left-sided centre-back. Isn't that what we do anyway? And if we do that anyway, why are we caring about how it starts on a team sheet when we're probably going to still alternate between a back 3 and a back 4? You know what I mean? Gomez gets a 3, and that is generous. That's our last. Jordan, I've got a trial at Chester FC. Oh, was this recently? Heavy. It's heavy the way he's not even playing like for the team. He went through a bit though, didn't he? Festa! Shout out to you, sir. Gomez hasn't been good for two things. Injury and confidence. Coming back off from injury, Gomez was never the same type of player that needs to run the games. I still think he can do a good job at right back. Yeah, he can do a good job for sure. I agree.